You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Tensions in Ukraine are escalating once again, with the city of Pokrovsk emerging as a major flashpoint in the ongoing conflict. According to Russian officials, their forces have made notable advances in this key city in the Donetsk region, which has been battered by more than a year of relentless fighting. Moscow has claimed that over the past 24 hours, 64 buildings were captured amid intense house-to-house battles, and that Ukrainian counterattacks were successfully pushed back. Russian forces are reported to be using a pincer movement to surround Pokrovsk, aiming to cut it off from supplies. Ukrainian authorities, however, have denied that the city is encircled, while acknowledging that the situation remains extremely difficult. Strategically, the capture of Pokrovsk, often called the gateway to Donetsk, could pave the way for further Russian advances toward Kramatorsk and Slovyansk, the last major Ukrainian-held cities in the region. The Donbas area, rich in industry and coal reserves, is largely under Russian control, with Ukraine holding only around 10% of the territory. At the same time, Russian forces have reportedly launched a massive drone strike across Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that 135 drones targeted key infrastructure overnight, focusing on the Dnipro region. Damage was reported in Kamyansk, Sumy, Kharkiv, and Chernihiv, affecting residential buildings and railway networks. Zelensky criticized the continued Russian attacks on energy facilities and civilians, arguing that current Western pressure on Moscow remains insufficient. Meanwhile, Ukraine struck back with a drone attack on an oil refinery in Volgograd, southern Russia, resulting in at least one death and causing widespread disruption to flights at 13 Russian airports. Ukrainian forces also reportedly hit a drone base in Donetsk and several industrial sites in Crimea, highlighting the intensifying back-and-forth nature of the conflict. Beyond the battlefield, energy security is becoming an increasing focus. In Athens, U.S. and EU energy ministers met with executives from major American liquefied natural gas companies to explore ways of supplying Ukraine with gas. Talks focused on a north-south pipeline initiative called the Vertical Corridor, which would link Greece with Central and Eastern Europe, including Ukraine. The initiative comes as Europe aims to reduce its dependence on Russian gas, with Greece positioned as a critical entry point for U.S. LNG. Adding to the international dimension, South Africa is confronting a troubling situation of its own. 17 South African men, aged 20 to 39, are reportedly trapped in the Donbas region after being lured into mercenary activities under the promise of lucrative jobs. It remains unclear which side they are fighting for, but the government has confirmed that President Cyril Ramaphosa has ordered an investigation. Diplomatic channels are being used to secure their safe return, as authorities condemn the exploitation of vulnerable young people amid South Africa's high unemployment rates. As fighting intensifies in Ukraine and the geopolitical stakes rise across Europe and Africa, developments in Pokrovsk and the broader Donbas region remain a critical lens into the ongoing war, illustrating both the human cost and the strategic ambitions at play. Stay subscribed for more videos.